This is a little snippet about Hillary Clinton and her paid leave for childbirth. Now, first of all, I want to address you women out there who are of childbearing years. So between what? 18 and 40, 18, 35, whatever it is. I don't really care. If you're childbearing, you know who you are. If you have an employer, let's imagine you're going to a job interview. And you walk in and there's 3 males between the ages of 25 and 30, or 20 and 30. And there is a 50-year-old woman and you. And Hillary's successful at putting in her workplace paid leave for childbirth. What is it, 6 weeks? 6 weeks of paid leave? So, here comes the employer. He walks through the room where all you are sitting to go to his office. He takes a quick glance right and left. What does he see? He sees a woman who's done raising her kids, 3 men that he might have to pay a little time off, and you. Now, do you think that an employer, how attractive do you think your employment possibility is to an employer who potentially will have to pay 6 months of your, or 6 weeks of your salary, and then pay a temporary worker to do your work in your absence for 6 weeks? See, most of you women out there, younger women, childbearing age years, how come it's always the old postmenopausal women who are fighting your cause? You ever think about that? Same with abortion rights. Me, as far as I'm concerned, abortion is settled law. It's not covered in the Constitution, which means that power goes back to the states. And every state's allowed to be a little different. So, how come it's always the older women that are fighting for your rights? Your rights. You ever think about that? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Hillary Clinton supporters are older women, gay women. So if she can get that in place, that will make you less appealing to an employer, and he'll be forced to either hire males or the supporters that Hillary Clinton has, which are older women. And you'll get passed over. And you'll get a call in a week after you've had your interview. In a week, 5 days, maybe that afternoon. And somebody who you didn't even meet when you went to that building is going to say, yes, after review and after your interview and after we had our other interviews today, we decided to go for a more qualified individual. Thank you for applying. We'll keep your resume on file. Click. And that's it. You women out there that are younger, just now entering the workplace, or have had a couple of kids and now you're ready to rejoin the workforce, more power to you. But I'm letting you know, Hillary is cutting your chances down. I mean, you have to listen to Hillary's rhetoric. Hillary thinks that the temporary worker that the company hires to do a woman who's on 6 weeks paid leave, if you've listened to Hillary, she thinks that that person, the temporary worker, should also be given full benefits, and after 6 weeks has rights as an employee and shouldn't be able to be fired. Think about all that. Think about how screwed up that is. An employer is going to pay for 6 weeks of paid leave when, guess what? Women haven't been doing that. Women do take some time off for sure. And if there's complications, they take more time off. Cesarean births. Sure, I understand all that. But it hasn't been common practice for a woman to take 6 weeks of paid vacation, paid leave rather. This is Hillary stirring up the pot. Abortion rights she always brings up. She's running for President of the United States. The President of the United States does not have any authority. The Constitution's not going to be amended over abortion. The Constitution doesn't have the word abortion in it, which means the power reverts back to the states, the individual states. One state may not allow abortion. Another state might. Another one might say, after 3 months, you can't have one. Some of them might be absolutely crazy, like Hillary, and say a baby can be terminated up to its delivery date because it doesn't have any constitutional rights. It's not a citizen. Isn't that amazing? Think about the way Hillary is. Hillary will tell the cameras a baby can be terminated up to its delivery date because it has no rights and is not protected under the Constitution. And if that baby is lucky enough to survive the Hillary abortion syndrome, then Hillary says that child needs free this, free health care, free everything, needs all these protections, everything. Do you see how absurd it is to say, yesterday I would not have blinked an eye if you were killed, but today I think you are the most precious thing in the world, and you deserve all of the protections under the Constitution. Think about just how stupid that sounds coming from me. But when Hillary does it, all of her supporters in the crowd start to cheer. And that's another thing about Hillary Clinton. And me and several people are working on this, but we're taking digital pictures and stills from the crowds at all of the events that Hillary's at, because you guys are missing the point on something. There are thousands and thousands of paid Clinton Foundation people, and they travel from rally to rally. They wear different clothes and a hat, and they try to change their hair. I'm on to them. I'm on to them. That's what's going on. You ever stand in the fireworks at the 4th of July? Oh, and everybody else. Oh, eventually you can get the whole crowd doing it. That's what her people do with the herd mentality at her rallies. So, that's all I got to say about that. You women, childbearing age years, you better think about it. You better think about it. What are you going to do? Here's something that's just crazy. Here's something that's crazy that people who support Hillary Clinton's policies don't think about. They don't think about other people's rights. For example, say you're a woman and you get pregnant. And you get your 6 weeks of paid maternity leave. And your employer gets the distinct privilege of paying for a temporary worker to cover for you while you're on your 6 weeks of paid maternity leave. You come back and in 5 months have a little camping trip with your husband, and lo and behold, guess who's pregnant again? Now, just think about that. Think about the cost. Now, Hillary wants free everything. Free medical care, maternity leave, free. She wants it too. So now your employer's going to pay, what's the average cost of a birth? 7, 8 grand? I don't know. It's not $19.95. It's in the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Plus, any benefits and pay bestowed upon a temporary worker adds to the costs of your paid leave. So, what happens? I'm just laying it out there. What happens? You get what? You get what? Late for work one day, then your car didn't start another day, traffic piled up another morning, and you come in and there's a note on your desk or an email asking you to come down to Human Resources, and they're going to terminate you at the first opportunity. They're going to terminate you. And what do you want to bet when the room for the interview room, the next time they put the ad on Monster or wherever they put it and get some candidates in there, 2 women your age apply, and there's a 50, 55-year-old woman in there, who do you think he's going to hire? That's right. That's exactly right. Now, after a few guys start talking to other guys, and then it happens to a few more guys, where does it end? See, this is something that everyone needs to understand. You have to ask Hillary Clinton, how are your policies going to affect you? Not us, How are they going to affect you? They ain't going to affect her. Because Chelsea's filthy rich. The grandchild's going to be filthy rich. Hillary's filthy rich. Bill Clinton's filthy rich. How many private sector jobs has Bill Clinton and Hillary had? Where's all this money coming from? Hillary got a couple million for a book. I think Bill Clinton got 12 million for a book. So total, that's about 15 million. He didn't make a whole lot of money as president or governor of Arkansas or attorney general. Where's the rest of that money coming from? Hillary didn't make a whole lot of money as a senator or secretary of state. I mean, you can add all that together and get a cool 25 million, but they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Where'd that money come from? So always ask yourself when you hear that old woman talking, how is what she's saying going to affect her, Chelsea, the grandbaby, or old Billy boy? And I can give you the answer right now. Never, ever, ever will anything you hear Hillary Clinton say will affect her or any of her rich friends in the least bit. That's all I got to say about that. And as always, leave your comments below. Even if you're an idiot, follow me on Twitter at @the_crazy_Democrat. Don't forget to give this video the thumbs up and subscribe so you could be made aware of other people that I call out.